Okay, so hello everyone, good day. Since we are done with the 3 applications of differential equations, we are now down to the last one, which is the series RL circuit. Okay. So I know that most of you are familiar with this one. Okay, so let's just have a recap. Let's recap about the series RL circuit. R here stands for the resistor, and L is the inductor. Okay, so as you can see here in the figure, you can see here the voltage source, okay, the V, then the current flowing in the circuit, an open switch, the resistor, and the inductor. Okay, so this is an open switch. Okay, it starts with the time 0 because ito sa sinugdanan pa lang wala pa nagsugod, so 0 lang time. Now when we close, okay, close na to siya, well, that's the time that the current will flow here. Okay, flow up to the voltage, the source. So the RL circuit shown above has a resistor and an inductor connected in series. A constant voltage is applied when the switch is closed. Okay, so let's go to the next page. Oops, sorry. How to manipulate this one? Check. Alright, so the variable voltage across the resistor, you have that one as a voltage is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. For inductor, you have L, which is the inductor here, multiplied by the derivative of the current with respect to time. So that's L di over dt. Applying Kirchoff's law, okay, which states that okay, there are 2 cases now sa Kirchoff's law. First one is the algebraic sum of all the potential drops around a closed circuit is 0, and the other one is the algebraic sum of all the currents flowing into a junction is 0. So with that, we can say that the summation of all the voltages is equal to 0. Okay, so let's go back to the figure. Oops, let's go back here. Alright, so say na there is a voltage flowing, or there's a current flowing in the circuit. So let's have V, okay, minus, sa resistor you have IR, the current, voltage of the resistor, times the resistance, minus sa inductor you have the derivative of the current with respect to time. That will be now equal to 0. So that's according to Kirchoff's or Kirchoff's or whatever. Now we have this equation here, as you can see. Sorry, here pala. Okay. Okay. So in order for it to be integrated, diba, we know how to separate for it to be a differential equation. So let's separate i's with, i's, ang mga na-I sa wala. So in the left side, okay, so sige, isa na to ha. So we have V is equal to IR plus L di over dt. Okay, and the next one is, okay, nainani siya, same lang yapon, and then gibalhin si di over dt dili sa pikas, ang CIR sa pikas. But our major goal here is dapat si di o V minus IR imang isa lang. So si dt gi-multiply here then si L multiply here, then divide both sides. So magiging ganito siya. Okay, so that's how it worked using algebra. So what's missing here in our module is how in the world did we obtain this solution. Okay, so let's solve that one. Let's let U as V minus IR. Okay, so what's the du for that one? Since our voltage is a constant, okay, that is with respect to I, with respect to I. So you have negative R di. So since our voltage is constant, derivative of that is 0. So this one is R, is a constant as well, and then derivative of I is just equivalent to di. So therefore, we can say that di is equivalent to negative du over R. Okay? So mawala siya. So rewriting that equation will now give you what's di once again. So di is negative du over R. So balhin na nato siya sa, since constant, si 1 over R. So balhin nato siya. And then what's left now is the du all over U is equal to dt over L. So you will now have negative 1 over R ln of U, okay, is equal to, that's okay, constancy 1 over L, and then the integral of dt is d. Okay, so your U is V minus R, so that's negative 1 over R, or negative ln of V minus R, IR over R, is equal to P over L plus C. So that is our answer, or our solution for the differential equation. Okay, so since the case always starts with t is equal to 0 and I equals 0, diba wala pa man nagsugod ang tanan, so time given was 0, then since wala pa current na nagflow that time, so our I is also equivalent to 0. So substituting t as 0 and I as 0 as well. Okay, so let's substitute here. Okay, so rearranging the equation, magiging ganito siya, magiging ganito, and then okay, since time is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0, so 0 mag-0 ni siya, 0 po ni siya. Okay, so if you solve that manually, you will arrive at this equation. Oops, yeah, that one. Okay, so you will arrive at this equation right here. Okay, so if you want to solve it, then okay, let's solve it na lang para di siya libo. So let's have our solution. Okay, so back to 0, let's start here. So okay, let's have once again negative 1 over R and ln of V minus IR is equal to P over L. P over L ba ito siya? P over L plus C. Here. It's here pala. Okay. So, substituting time, pwede siya ma-0. This one will be 0 as well. So, you will have 0 over L, that's 0, obviously. So, the constant is negative 1 over R ln of V. Or you can say negative ln of V over R. Okay? So, how are we going to find the solution? Okay? How are you going to find the solution? So, you have already the constant, na naka-constant. So, you just easily substitute constant back to this equation. Okay, so you will have negative 1 over r ln of v minus ir okay is equal to t over l, and our c is minus 1 over r ln of v. Okay, so since they are okay, so what's next is we are going to combine. Okay, combine katong mga, let's transpose this one to here, so plus ln of v minus ir plus 1 over r ln of v is equal to t over l. Okay, so there you have. So what's next here? What should be next? So the law of logarithmic says that this one, so kani siya mahimo siya og factor na to si 1 over r. Okay, and then this one will be negative ln of v. Okay, kani siya times kani is positive, diba? Positive 1 over r ln of v. Okay, and this one will be plus ln of v minus ir. Okay, is equal to t over l. Okay, so again, law of logarithm, pag plus gani sa gani buhaton, you are going to this is minus pala, so minus is division, so ln of v minus ir all over v, okay, is equal to t over l. Alright, so multiply both sides by, to eliminate r, you multiply both sides by negative r, so you have positive, tama? You have positive ln of v minus ir over v is equal to negative rt over l. Alright, so there you have. What's next? So we have to eliminate ln. So how are we going to eliminate ln? We have to do like this, no? E raised to the logarithmic will just be equivalent to that one, so makancel. So v minus ir over v, okay, is equal to, e raised to negative rt over l. Okay, so what's next here is you multiply, cross multiply, so magiging v minus ir, remember I is the current, so muna itong ginapakita with respect to time, so is equal to v e negative rt over l. Okay, then divide both sides with r. Okay, so if you divide both sides with r, you will find it. Okay, but before that, we are going to combine first this one. So to find, sorry, nag-ring ang UM. So to find I, yes, so you divide both sides by r, then cancel, so your I will now be equivalent to v over r. So factor out, guys, factor out v over r. times 1, okay, minus e raised to negative RT over M. Okay, so this is our solution for differential equation sa series RL circuit. Okay, so let's see if it's the same sa sim na. Yes, is it the same? Yes, it is. So this is correct. So that's how it was derived. No, I just explain paano nakuha. Okay, so give an example here. An RL circuit has an EMF of 5 volts, a resistance of 50 ohms, and an inductance of 1 hertz. And there is no initial current. So we will just simply use our derived formula. Pero guys, if wala pa gani na derive ang formula, you need to derive, of course. You need to derive and then substitute the equation. Pero if you have not yet derived, you can again use the Kirchoff's law and substitute all the given numbers here. Okay, but since we already derived, let's just use it. So what's the unknown? Find the current in the circuit. So you are going to find I at time 0.1 seconds. So the voltage is given, that's 5 over resistance, which is 50. Then 1 minus E raised to the current, which is 50 ohms, negative, then 50 times the time, which is 0.1 over the inductance, that which is 1. So your I will now be equivalent to approximately 0.099 amps. Okay, so please also familiarize yourselves with the unit of inductors, resistors, voltage, and the current. Okay, so please kayo na lang mag-read ng example 8, and I will give you another example in which voltage is given, and the voltage here is a sinusoidal wave, meaning it's not a constant voltage. Okay, so sinusoidal, if you had not heard, so parang ganito siya. So parang ganyan siya yung circuit niya. Then inductors yun siya, that one. So positive, negative, and current. Okay, so I will give you an example. Wait for it. Okay, let's go back. So welcome. So a coil of inductance and a resistance of 10 ohms is connected with an EMF. E is equal to 200 sine 20t volts, where t is the time in seconds. I equals 0 when t is equal to 0. So find the current when t is equal to 0.05 seconds. So you have a sinusoidal voltage. So let's have it here. So AC siya, no? AC. Let's identify the given here. L is equal to 2 hertz. Diba? Tama ba ko? L. So itong inductance rin. Oh, not given. Sorry. So a coil of inductance 2 hertz and a resistance of 10 ohms. So resistance is equal to 10 ohms. And the voltage or the V, okay, basta malibog mo guys, do not get confused. So in some books you use E, in some books there's also V, so do not get confused, they are the same, just a source. Okay, so 200 sine 20t. Okay, so using once again the Kirchoff's law, na-derive ito ganyan, you will automatically have inductance multiplied by the derivative of the current with respect to time plus IR is equal to V. Okay? Or E. Okay, wala problema. You can use anything. So, by easily substituting, you can have 2 dI over dt plus IR is equal to V. Okay, so to eliminate 2, since so R is 10. Okay, where's the eraser here? Eraser. There you go. So 10 I is equal to 200 sine t. Okay, so it does look familiar. Tama. It looks like a linear differential equation, but 2 should be eliminated. So we multiply both sides by 1/2. So what's left here is I prime plus 5i is equal to 200. Sorry, 200 divided by 2 is 100. 100 sine 20t. Okay, so 100 sine 20t. So yes, it's a linear equation. So you can easily identify what your P of t is. So P of t, so this is here. P of t is equal to 5, remember? And your Q of t is equal to 100. Sorry. Listen. 100 sine 20t. Okay, so you can get now your I of t, diba? The integrating factor, I hope you still remember this. So integrating factor, which is I of t, is equal to, remember, E raised to I of t, P of t, which is 5, then dt, that's equivalent to E 5t. Okay, now you can get your current, since ang ginapangita is current when t is equal to 0.05 seconds. So your I, remember, is equal to 1 all over your I of t, which is the integrating factor. Please remember the formula, E5t multiplied by the integral of I of x, or I of t, sorry, E5t times the Q of t, which is 100 sine 20t. Okay, dt plus c. Okay, so look guys, the problem here is, it's a problem, I mean, we should have a very good foundation in integral calculus, because here this is a integration by parts. So in your exam, you should show your solution a detailed solution. So multiply na cross multiply is equal to, yung gawas na to si 100 since it's a constant. Integral of mabilin is E5t 100 sine 20t dt plus e. Okay, so guys, so let's have a separate solution for integration by parts here. So this one is e5t, the integral of e5t, 100, sine, this should be erased, 100 should be erased already, because igawas na nato siya kay constant. So e5t sine 20t dt. Okay, so you let u here, but you are familiar with liate, right? So here, guys, trigonometric is our priority, so of course you let u as sine 20t. Du is, what's the derivative of sine 20t? That's 20 cosine 20t dt. Okay, so si du na to is what? Du is, can I move this one? Wait, I'm very new to this. So du is equal to e raised to 5t. So with that, you will have u as, that's dv. Sorry, it should be dv. Bakit u? Ginamit na natin u. So your v is equivalent to, so kana siya guys, i-let niyo u ang 5t, then you will have, or you will arrive at 1 over 5 e 5t. Alright, so integral by parts is just uv minus the integration of v du, diba? So we write once again e5t sine 20t dt is equal to uv, so u v, so sine 20t e5t over 5 minus the integral of v du. So 20 divided by 5, that's 4. Then cosine 20t dt. Okay, so our suffering does not end here. Okay, because you're going to integrate this one once again by parts. So you have u is equal to cosine, okay, I forgot e5t dt. Okay, so you let cosine 20t as your u. Your du is negative sine, negative sine 20t multiplied by 20. Okay, so negative 20 sine 20t. And then our dv is equivalent to e5t dt. So if you integrate that one, you will arrive at 1 over 5 e5t. Alright, so putlo na po nato siya once again. So e raised to 5t, the integral of that, okay, makatamawan na ni. So sine 20t e raised to negative 5t all over 5 siya separate minus 4 cosine, integral of cosine, this should be erased now. So that's minus, alright, 4 multiplied by uv minus p du. So 1/5 e5t cosine 20t minus the integral of, sa wakas, malapit na tayo matapos, 1/5. So 20 divided 5 is plus 4 na tayo. Plus 4, 20 sine 20t. Okay. Ayan na. So, malapit na talaga. Alright. Okay. So, wait lang natin mga intermission numbers sa kayo. Alright. So, if we are going to okay, let's rewrite that once again. Sakit na kaya ang kamot, no? Laban ng itaan eh. Sine 20t dt is equal to sine 20t multiplied by e raised to negative 5t over 5 minus minus, saan na ta? 4 over 5 e5t cosine 20t sorry, that's minus 16. Okay, integral of 20 sine 20t. Okay, so guys, sorry, nakalimtan natin si e5t na, nakalimtan natin e raised to 5. So guys, familiar, right? Familiar. They are like terms. So what we will do is we are going to transpose. So kani siya plus kani mahimog 17. 17 integral of e 5t sine 20t dt equals, so ang mabilin is kani sine 20t e negative 5t minus 4 e5t cosine 20t all over 5. Okay, so you can now get the integral of e5t sine 20t by dividing both sides by 17. So you will have, okay, so you will have negative man eh. Wait, let me backtrack. This should be positive. Again, I'm so sorry. Positive. So, these are like terms. So, igawas na to siya. E5t times sine 20t minus 4 cosine 20t all over 5 times 17, that's 85. Yes, we are done with the integral of this one. So substituting, yay, substitute na to. Manat ka dira sa substitute na to. I e raised to 5t is equal to 100 times the integral of that one, which is e5t times sine 20t minus 4 cosine 20t all over 85. Alright, so you will have I is equal to, so divide both sides by E5t, makancel, ang mabilin 100 over 85, so that's 20 over 17 multiplied by sine 20t minus 4 cos sine 20t plus, hindi na ito makalimtan si plus c, of course, c e is a negative 5t. Okay, so divide mo both sides. Pag masaka si 5t, mag negative yung exponent. So with this one, diba at time is equal to 0, 0, 0 ang time, makuha na to si constant, right? So 0 po siya, so negative 5 raised to 0 is 1, so 1 siya mabili. Kanina 0, 0, so you can have C. If you're going to, this one is 0 as well. Okay. So if you're going to use your calculator, 0 man o, substitute lang diretso 20 over 17 times sine. Oops, nakara dapat ha, limitin na nga guys. Times 4 cos 0. Okay. So you will have C as 80 over 17. Yes. So since we already have the constant, ay salamat Lord. Natin constant. Substitute the constant back to the equation. So you will have I is equal to 20 over 17. Tapos ang pangutan is the current at time is equal to 0.05 seconds. So sine 20 multiplied by 0.05 minus 4 cosine 20 times 0.05. Okay. Enclose na siya, dapat bracket. Okay. Plus your C, which is 80 over 17. E raised to negative 5 times the time, which is 0.05. So please check your calculator if you have the same answers. So that's equivalent to, the current is equivalent to 2.11 amps. Now this is your final answer. So I will post a forum for your questions. Please, I encourage you to ask questions. Thank you and good day.